I would think that uh what's Steph Curry's wife's name?
Aisha, yeah.
I would think that Aisha would have, like, I could see her having a restaurant.
Yeah, she has, well, she has or had one, either one in the Bay
Okay.
Area.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that much. She has something up there. She has like a whole, like, she had her pots. I had those pots for a
Yeah.
minute.
She
They were
also
good.
was doing the like hair skin thing.
Yeah. And then she had the magazine, which I did a couple articles for, like photo essays for. That
Hmm.
shut down. But she's really just pivoting more into the
And she
skincare
has a
type of thing.
under Zando, she has like an
Mm-hmm.
imprint, right?
Yeah,
Okay, because
she
I'm like,
put
I
out
didn't
that
make that up.
one Jamaican author who's
Wasn't it
under
the
her. I think it's
Miss
bitter
somebody's
honey
house? Oh,
honey.
okay, never mind. I was about to lie to you.
Maybe you might be right. Hold on,
I was
honeysuckle
about
book.
to.
No,
Yes,
wrong
honeysuckle. That
name.
is right. I was thinking of another book.
Oh yeah, I am
That's
right.
not.
Honeysuckle and bone.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. Now that you said it out loud.
Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't seen much about that one. I meant to buy it to
Same.
support,
Same.
but we know that. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything. Um, I was about to
This is
say something.
Shelby,
This is Jess.
and welcome back to the League of Extraordinary Readers. We were supposed to have a guest this week. We were supposed to be discussing the Grand Paloma Resort, but unfortunately, my dog passed away, and that was a very traumatic. I called Jess
Yeah.
sobbing, like I felt so
Yeah.
bad. So that will be postponed. So it actually gives you guys some time to read it and catch up if you do want to read it in time for that particular episode. But other than that, friend, how was your week? What are you reading?
This week, well, it was pretty chill. A lot of things got like shuffled around. Did we talk about the exhibition? Yes, we did the day
Mm-hmm.
after. So things got shuffled around. I was supposed to meet up with a friend this week, but honestly, I got a lot of stuff done this week, which I'm happy about. I've been in this weird, like, I don't feel like creating mood in terms of like for socials.
Same.
And
Yes.
it obviously justified, especially for everything happening. But I just have not been wanting to. I'll start next week, but I just didn't feel like I just wanted to read and just chill. That's it.
I so I won't necessarily say like I haven't been wanting to create for social media. I think my focus has been more like honing in on what I'm creating, like doing
That makes
things and
sense.
kind
Yeah.
of going deep, like in I've been
Mhm.
wanting to write a little bit more for Substack. Like I wrote
Mhm.
actually posted today my review for Half His Age by
Oh
Jeanette
yeah.
McCurdy, which got like some decent responses to it.
Okay.
Um, I'm working on one for Seven Daughters of Dupree.
Mhm.
What else? I don't know, but like I just been wanting to go like deeper, you know?
More intentional. Yeah, I think that's where I'm also at a little bit as well, because I'm like, I don't want to make the same thing or put out just random photos on
Yeah.
Instagram or Pinterest. Even when I'm like ruminating over like YouTube, I figured out what I want to do like for YouTube, like the first two videos. So that's good. I figured that out. I'll probably record that either this weekend or earlier this week to post. Figure out what days I want to post, but I know one post will go up for Black History Month,
Hmm.
the day of like February 1st. But other than that, like thankfully I wrote down ideas way before.
Okay.
When I have like random bursts of energy, I'll write
Hmm.
down a whole bunch of like concepts. So, and I'll just leave them in my notes and then
Mhm.
just revisit them when I'm feeling this way. So all I got to do is create it.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at right now. So I'm like, oh, these are good ideas that are like different. I haven't seen many people do, as well as like they're not repetitive.
Okay.
Um, I'm not just throwing stuff out there. And because
Mhm.
I'm reading slower, I thought I would have had, or I had finished like 3 books already, but I thought I would have more books to put more reviews out for, or want to put more reviews out for. Because some books I'm
Mhm.
just like, I don't feel like writing a review for this. Yeah, so like I'm waiting on like um actually I'm flying through the Confessions of First Lady Freeman.
Mhm.
So we might be at the same point by tonight, and I probably could finish it in the next day or so if I really just
Okay.
sit down and just go at it.
Mhm.
I want to do something for that. I don't know if it's going to be a review right away because everybody ain't read it yet. So you want to like
Right.
but I want to put something like, hey, go buy this book or something like that.
Right.
And then the wedding for Dorothy West, again, I'm taking my time with that because book club comes up in 2 weeks, but I want to make sure I'm getting everything in very good for this first discussion.
Okay.
And then what other stuff? Oh, a Master of Djinn.
How is
It
that?
finally picked up. It finally picked up. We're finally figuring out who is stealing what and who is the sneaky person within all of this. So I'm like, okay, I'm finally
Not a
following like
thief.
what's happening.
Somebody
Yeah.
stealing?
So yeah. I I'm still trying to put the pieces together cuz this genre isn't necessarily like my biggest number one genre. So sometimes I'll zone in and out. So I had to rewind sometimes and make sure I'm hearing this right or like I'm following right and stuff like that. But it's picking up. I like it. It's
Okay.
unique.
His
It's a different
his writing style is different.
very very. And when I
Um
opened the physical book, I said, "Ooh."
what
And
you read Ring Shout. Did you
yes,
read
yes.
The Dead Cattail Assassins?
No, I didn't.
Okay. I feel like
That's
he's
the one with the cat, of course, and stuff
yeah,
like
she has
that.
like a like
Oh
one of
yes.
those I want to say like a masquerade mask.
Yes, yes, yes,
Um
yes.
I feel like he's one of those authors that you have to ease into his work, and there's probably an order of operations type situation for him. I
I can
think
see
the
that.
Dead Cattail Assassins and Ring Shout are on the easier side to
Mhm.
kind of get you in the flow of things. Um, him and I'm trying to think. There was a book that I read that's like it was small, but it's also like that kind of genre, but I can't remember the author
Mm.
right now. I'm gonna have to look through the
Yeah.
story graph.
I c- I can see that for his work cuz like I said when I opened a Master of Djinn, I said I'm going to have to listen to this one just to like really take it in. I even dare say I should have been immersive reading this one, but I thought I could just yeah. But I like his work. I think it's good. His writing is different. It's very different. I enjoyed the one that we just mentioned that I'm blanking on.
Um,
But
Ring Shout.
Ring Shout. I enjoyed that a lot.
Okay.
It's more approachable for sure.
So remember I read Harmattan Season by Tochi Onyebuchi?
Yes.
They are
Yes.
another author that's like I don't know where to like go with their work, you know? Like there's
Yeah.
probably an order of operations. I should have spoke to somebody that was a fan first before because Harmattan Season was very good. It's small, but it's his writing is dense. His writing is
Mm.
very dense.
Mm.
Um and it's not it feels like high fantasy almost.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
written in
Yeah.
that way, but concise, you know? So
Yeah.
it's
That's actually a really good way to describe also a Master of Djinn.
yeah, like it's high fantasy, but in
Mm-hmm.
a it's not you're not getting 600 pages, right? Where you can
Mm-hmm.
slow down a little bit and get the world building, whatever. They're like world building quickly. They drop you
Mm-hmm.
in and like you get it or you don't.
No, like for real. Like you're just like, okay, we're in Cairo. Oh, we're here. We're mentioning this, and I'm like, okay, there's so much happening at once.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's yeah, that's a good way to say it. And the writing is very dense. When you open that book, it's like, yikes. Yeah. But I'm gonna finish it today while I cook, hopefully.
Ooh, what
Because
you
like
gonna
I said,
cook?
it finally picked up stuffed peppers. Mm-hmm.
That sounds good.
That should be good. Mm-hmm. Um, what else? I ain't finished a book this week, but we'll finish by next week. I'll have a load of books for y'all to talk through.
Same.
We'll get there.
We will get there.
What? Yeah. Anything else other than that? I started watching My Strange Addiction.
I wasn't expect when your eyes just lit up just now. I didn't know what you were gonna say. Um, I didn't know. But
I
that's
was
fine
in
because
here.
I've also been watching TV. So,
Yeah.
friend, no, seriously, when we go to watch this back, I want you to see like your face, like you were glowing for a second, and I didn't know if you were about to tell me you went book shopping and you bought something, or you got an arc in the
uh,
mail or something. And what did my friend say? My strange addiction.
oh my god. Yeah. That's how you know I'm loony. I need sleep so bad. um this show is crazy. I mean, I watched it years ago, but I
Mhm.
feel like when I was younger, it was just like fascinating. Now it's just like I'm like really judging you hard.
Wait,
This
they
one
make new
lady,
episodes of that?
it just came back out. No, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Wait a
yeah.
second, because I thought you just meant like, oh, it's on Netflix, so I'm watching, old episodes. They make new
Mm-mm.
episodes of My Strange Addiction. Are we?
They just came back. You know, TLC always fishing for something different.
So when?
So they
Where can I
brought it
watch
back.
this, friend?
HBO.
HBO.
You should
Okay.
have it on. Yeah, it should be on there.
Okay.
There's a lady that eats raw meat. There's a lady that
I might have seen
like
that
she
raw meat lady on TikTok. Was it ground beef? Because it was a
yes, and
lady reaching her
that's
free.
what prompted me. Mm-hmm. That's what prompted me to go watch. Because
Yeah,
I
I
was
saw
like, there's
her
no
on
way.
the. I definitely saw her on the on the TikTok because, and then she was like, "Oh, it's a Midwestern thing. We all eat." Nah, girl.
And
No.
she's in Ocala, Florida now. So I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no. She reached into her refrigerator and then was like, "My kids do it too. Like, I gotta buy extra ground meat because no, thank you."
Mm-hmm. Her husband's family judges her,
As they
and
should.
she got really mad. That was a really awkward family dinner. The other one that there's other ones like I eat. Oh, there's actually two that was like had me flabbergasted. This lady only eats her food through a straw. However, not like she just drinks it and like she blends it and drinks it. She puts it through her nose. She snorts it.
I'm
She
not
has an
watching that.
addiction
I'm
to
not
the
doing this with you.
feeling. And it was
Oh,
so like I
feeling.
was
Okay.
she has an addiction to like how it feels when it hits the back of her throat. And so she's talking to her boyfriend of 6 months. She ain't never told Nate. And her friend was like, "You've never been on a date with him, like to eat and stuff?" And she was like, "No, we've never." 6 months she's been holding the secret. She tells him, "I'm gonna send you the clip because I meant to send it to you when I was recording it, and then I forgot." His face, he was like, "Are you fucking serious right now? Are you serious? Are you serious right now?" She's doing it in the middle of the shop. Like she's like literally doing it in like this coffee shop. And he's like, "Are you serious right now? No, no, be for real. Like you've been doing this for how long?" He was so disturbed. Oh my gosh. Then the last
As he
one.
should be.
The the last one, this lady puts semen, her husband's semen on her face. Now, not for like, you know, things to
Oh,
do in the
like as
bedroom.
skincare?
No, as skincare, legitimately. She puts it in the freezer when he's gone away for long extended periods of time. She freezes it and she calls them noobs. Nut cubes. And then she has him do his thing every morning so she gets fresh, warm nut. And she's like legit, like she's like patting it. She's like, "My skin is clearing up." And I'm looking at her skin like, she's like, "My skin is so clear." And like
And
you
it
can
ain't,
see
is
where
it?
she pats it. Yeah, it's right here, here, here. She went to the dermatologist. She said, "You know you can go blind for that. Like, because if he has a STD, you could go blind. Like, it's not doing nothing that you think it's doing."
I mean, I
Then
was
she said,
down
"Yeah."
with it if it was a kink.
I mean, maybe it is like all the way around, but like outside of the bedroom, like maybe she's like legit like puts this on every morning with a syringe, and she like and gets fresh. Yeah, like she's so serious. And she told her friends, and they're like, she brings out the noobs and she puts them on the table, and she's like, "Yeah, I got this. Is what I do, guys." And they're like, "I know you're lying right now." Mm-hmm. There's some
Anything
strange
else,
people in the
girl? Where is
world.
AJ? Get AJ in here so I could tell him to take the internet out of your home. Tell
He
AJ
was
I said
looking
you
at
need
me
to let
like,
go.
he was like, "Bro, what are you watching?" I was like, "You left me unsupervised, bro." Like, I finished watching The Following,
Okay.
and that's what prompted me to, because now I don't know what to watch because I'm just so
Hunters. You need to watch Hunters.
lost.
Hunters. You need to watch
Is that
Hunters.
the is that on Netflix?
Yes. It's a, well, I'll talk about it once I get to what
Okay,
I've been watching on
go
TV, but
ahead.
Hunters, you need to watch Hunters. So my week has
Mm.
been hell. Um Gunner is gone. We had to have him put down. Won't go into details because I will start crying and I don't want to do that on here. By the time you guys see this episode, it'll be up on my YouTube channel if you do want to know what happened to him. I
Mhm.
know some people that listen to the pod have been following me for years, and I've had Gunner for since he was 6 weeks old, since he was a little baby. He was small for 5 minutes, I swear. Um, literally, he was small for 5 minutes. um, so it's been rough adjusting. Um, it's mad quiet in his house, and I feel like I'm learning life again. So that's been interesting. With that said, I have not read anything. I actually plan to sit tonight and get through a lot of the Waterbearers because it is absolutely phenomenal. I can't
Mm.
remember the last time I read a memoir that is written so eloquently.
Mm.
It is like these powerful revelations about like womanhood and her grandparents and well her grandmother and her mother and just like how they were raised and the other women in her family. Let me see. No, that ain't even good enough. Because who knew that wild Fuset land better than those who had worked it since they were children, had watched the trees grow beside them and watched their cousins cut down from them?
Mm.
Like, girl, what?
That's some good words right
Like,
there.
right. And then she's like, um, okay, this one. It starts on the other page. So it says, Motherhood has introduced me to a version of my mother that had been concealed, that she herself had not known, but that was yearning to be fed. And when the four generations gather at Betty Jean's home, and my grandmother hugs me and my daughter and tells us she loves us, I see my mother contend with the discomfort of holding pleasure and resentment at once. The same way I
Mm.
feel when I observe my mother with my daughter and I see her capacity for patience and understanding of the limitations of a child, and I become sullen. Why couldn't you give that to me when I needed it most? At the same time, I'm too scorned to accept it, should she offer it to me now, and her ego is too fragile to risk extending it and being met with rejection. So my mother offers what she has left of love to my daughter, and I watch from the side and convince myself that it's enough to mend our fractured past. So it's like, and it's a perfect uh kind of companion read for
Mm-hmm.
the Seven Daughters of Dupree. Um
Mm-hmm.
because they're examining the same thing just in different ways. Um, so that's
Maybe. I was about to say, even to an extent, the confessions of First Lady Freeman in that
maybe,
relationship a little
maybe.
bit
I gotta get to the end of that one before I could, because I
say
don't know like what
fully.
direction it's going in. Because I really feel like
Mm-hmm.
the confessions of First Lady Freeman is more about holding grief and what grief can turn you into.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
know not that the
Yeah.
book can't be about like multiple things, but I think the
No, yeah.
centering is how if you allow it, grief will cause you to turn your life into something that it
Mm-hmm.
maybe shouldn't have been, or a person that you are not, all because you were trying to run from said grief.
Yeah, that book. When y'all get your
Because
hands on it.
I mean, because it's like, because of societal standards, First Lady Freeman has all of these thought processes and ideologies that when you really
Mm-hmm.
get to the root of her, she doesn't really believe. In the
That's
same
what I was gonna
way,
say. Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the same way that the First Lady in Dominion was, right? Like she was
Mm-hmm.
holding up this.
Standard and this pedestal to what the church says. But First Lady Friedman, she's just riddling off things that she feels she's supposed to believe, which is a
Right.
lot of people out here.
A whole
A
bunch of them.
lot
Hmm.
of people, a lot of people.
And
So
it's like
it's very
she got
interesting.
there. Yeah, like she got there
Hmm.
because of grief, because she was trying to mend her, like put her life back together in a
Hmm.
certain way. So
Hmm.
it's
She
it's very
came this
interesting.
way.
But
Yeah.
the reason I say the Seven Daughters of Dupree is because we get all of these different generations of that family, and we
Yeah.
get the connections of like, this is why this happened, or this is why this one's mother acted this way, and why this one keeps
Mm.
certain secrets, and like all of that stuff. And it's kind of tied to the matriarch of their family, who was enslaved. So I think what the first character that we meet in the Seven Daughters of Dupree is Tati, who is the one that is like, why don't I know who my father is? Like, y'all won't say this man's name. Y'all, like, all of this stuff, like, I want answers. And because she is probing, that's how we get all this other information. I feel like Sasha
Mhm.
is Tati.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas
Interesting.
she
Yeah, I
she
have
is
it.
like examining and like doing the things to connect the pieces for herself.
Maybe I'll read that. Listen to that while I read The Secret Daughters of Dupree. Is it The Secret Daughters?
The Seven
There's so many
Daughters.
secrets.
It
There's
is
so
the
many
Seven Daughters
secret
of Dupree.
sevens.
The Seven Daughters of Dupree. But
First,
no,
like
and
Um.
I'm enjoying it better than I did like homegoing because it's not
Hmm.
repetitive. Like
Mm-hmm.
there are similarities in the generations. There are things that they do and that they say, but there's this like connecting through line, right? So like for example,
Mm-hmm.
Tati goes to her like it's either prom or like a school dance or whatever, and she comes home with this boy's jacket on. And to her she's like, "Well, he kissed me, but like that was it." Like her mind is not on like being with the boy or love or whatever the case may
Mm-hmm.
be. Like she's genuinely a good kid, but trying to figure out why her mom is like reacting so largely to this thing, we get
Mm-hmm.
like something that happened when her mother came home with a man's jacket on, right? So it's like it's not the same exact thing, but these like little through lines. Um, so it's
Interesting. Yeah, I'm excited. There's a lot of great books that are coming out that are speaking to each other.
yes,
Um, in so many different ways. I don't think people are connecting those dots truly. Yeah.
they aren't at all. Um,
Hmm.
but I really, really have been enjoying the things.
That's good. That's good. I meant to also mention I started Jazz, not to double back, but I started Jazz by
Ooh.
Tony. Very good so
Toni
far.
Morrison told that gal, I am fascinated by your audacity. Go take the world. And somebody responded to me and said, I would have taken that as a compliment.
It's like a compliment, but also like super shady.
Well, under
And
the
you don't know if you
context,
want to, yeah,
under the
you don't know if you
context,
want to cry.
like I was like, well, maybe with the context, you wouldn't take it as a compliment because she was not complimenting that girl at all. And she was
Yeah.
like, oh, I know the context. And I was like,
Like, in theory, you would want to take it as a compliment, but at the same time, like, I would cry.
I'd still be in the car crying. I wouldn't nobody but Toni Morrison, God, and Jesus after he waterboarded me. I wouldn't openly tell nobody that shit. And then for that baby to get
Yeah.
online and be like, "Well, Toni Morrison was mean to me, and this is what she said," and you think we gonna disagree with her? She won't wrong because you are showing that same audacity
By covering
right
all the
now.
internet, it's telling us. Yeah.
My
People have
God,
no
today
shame. No shame.
I still be crying. But how are you enjoying jazz so far?
Excellent.
Ain't it crazy?
What else? What else can you say about it? The whole premise is crazy as hell.
Nuts.
It's probably like the most like it starts off like just fluffy, if that makes sense. Like in terms of like the
Mm-hmm.
writing. So you're like enthralled with like, oh, the writing is so beautiful. But you're like,
Mm-hmm.
wait, there's a shit happening here. You need to pay
Right.
attention.
Because it opens up on the funeral, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
someone's telling
Mm-hmm.
you about the girl.
Someone's telling you about the girl, and then it flips to the funeral, and then it flips to the birds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Um, I'm very interested. This is a very interesting story. Where does she
Jazz
come up
is
with this
a
stuff?
the what edition of it are you reading? Do you have
Yeah,
an
I don't have
edition with
the.
the
I told
okay,
I didn't
she
take my own advice, child. I told them to get that book, but I didn't feel like spending the money to get the other book. But then now I'm kicking myself because I want to annotate, but I don't want to annotate in this book. So now I'm gonna have to buy the book that I need to buy that I told them to buy. So now here we are.
you get on my nerves. Um in the prologue she talks about or in her introduction, not a prologue. In
Mm-hmm.
her introduction she talks about um why she chose to write this story. So your answer,
Yeah.
you'll get your answer once you get the other edition.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy it. I'm just gonna
I
buy
know.
it. I just buy
Um, Everything else that I was reading, I DNF'd.
it. What did
I
you give
tried to
up?
start reading Persuasion. That was
Oh yeah.
annoying. I'm not in the mood to be hearing y'all hooting and hollering about a rich white man. Um, what else did I have going? I don't know, whatever the other book was. I was like, yeah, I'm not in
What
the
did you
mood.
tell me last week?
Right. I'm
I know
trying
you
to
said you were gonna start Persuasion. You were talking about First Lady Freedman. Did you DNF that?
no.
Okay.
First Lady Freeman I'm keeping. The
Waterbearers you're
Waterbearers
keeping.
I'm keeping. Hold on. Oh, the Grand
Mm.
Paloma Resort, but that's just because we're
Oh
gonna
yeah.
that wasn't a like a oh it's bad DNF. That was a we postpone this. I'm gonna read it closer to sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I can kind of move around it without feeling like, oh, I have it. Whenever I put a book in Storygraph that I'm reading it, it's like, okay, these are the things that I'm reading, but like if I'm not progressing in it, I need to remove it. It can't just sit there until,
It's gonna throw
you know.
off the
Yeah,
play of
it
things.
can't just sit there
Mm-hmm.
until. Um so yeah, the Grand Paloma Resort um which starts out very good actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm intrigued. I want to know what's gonna happen with these people and this resort, like how the sisters are gonna manage each other and all
Mm-hmm.
this other stuff. Um
Okay.
Now TV Hunters.
Oh
It's
yes.
about a group of people that are hunting Nazis.
Hmm.
They are um they are older. Some of them are older. It's like kind of like a mixed age group. It takes place in the 70s, I believe. So the
Mm-hmm.
premise is that these people that survived the Holocaust, they're not the only ones that came to America. There were Nazis that survived that didn't get arrested during the Fourth Reich and stuff like that. And it seems like America wanted them to come over.
Mm.
Like NASA was recruiting them, like all of this other stuff. Um so they are living the Nazis are living in America as regular Americans. Um but these um Jewish people, like older Jewish people, it's a black girl that they got on their team. Like it's a little mixed group. They are hunting Nazis. It's good. It's a little graphic. There might be some
Hmm.
scenes that you might need to watch through your fingers, but
I
I
feel
think
like
you'll
if I
like it.
made it through following, I think I can try this because they was
I agree.
slitting throats in the following. My God, every time they, I was like, oh.
I also watched Mom and I watched the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and the first episode was boring.
Oh,
Yeah, it was boring.
no wonder I didn't get a
Um,
voice note.
yeah, no, it was boring. I think this is gonna be a show that builds, like it's gonna progressively get better.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think the little boy is so cute. They call him Egg, but like he's a Targaryen.
Mm-hmm.
Sir Duncan the Tall is a hedge knight, which basically means like he like a bootleg knight, basically. So
Mm-hmm.
like the person that knighted him isn't anyone really known or whatever. There's no like proof that this dude did it. Um, and they're kind of like this unlikely companionship. So we'll see where it goes. But it's like it's one of those things where it's like when you know most of like George R. R. Martin's stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I know how it's gonna end already.
Yeah.
So it's like one, it's a matter of what is HBO gonna do. George R. R. Martin was involved with this, so
Mm-hmm.
we'll see where that goes. Um, but it's like I know the fate of the both of them already. So how far are we taking the story?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and in a lot of his other shows, so like we knew the story of Sir Duncan the Tall and Egg because it was mentioned in Game of Thrones. So I'm just like, we just getting the filler, like we just getting the in between stuff that we,
Already know.
or like the stuff that we didn't know. Like we know the,
Oh.
you know.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. And that's
Okay.
really been it.
I
Hunters has
wonder.
been,
I was gonna say, I wonder how that's gonna work when they migrate everything over. Because if he has more deals with HBO, I wonder how
mhm.
that works. I wonder. Hmm.
Well, I I see that in the future they're gonna redo Game of Thrones because he has not finished the books yet. So the way
I
that
forgot he didn't
HBO
finish his
ended,
books.
listen, and he just did an interview recently talking about all the stuff he working on. Baby, you old ass Jesus. We ain't never getting
Seeing
the
none.
winds of winter. Okay? Um, but they're gonna have to redo it because he keeps saying he like the way that I'm ending the series is way different than what they did. So I don't
Yeah.
know if like the newer shows that he's a part of are gonna be closer to the
Mm-hmm.
book and like the Game of Thrones show is just going to be the outlier because these are all prequels. So in my
Mm-hmm.
mind what I think is going to happen is he's going to give us a bunch of prequels and side stories and stuff like that, and then they're going to redo Game of Thrones and it's all going to make sense.
Interesting. Hmm. Well, I'm curious to see how this goes. Because he is
Yeah.
77. I had to look that
Yeah.
up. I was like, this
Yeah,
man,
that
I know
baby
he's
he
old.
old. That baby is an elder.
Mhm.
But then I also just feel like I understand that this is his like his pride and joy, like he's really invested in this series. Like that I understand, but at the same time, he wrote the first book in the 80s or something like that.
I think it was said 90s, early 90s.
Like it came
Something
out in the
crazy.
90s. It was like originally like a college thesis or something like that. Like it was something that
Uh-huh.
he started in college. So he been living with this for majority of his life. He probably tired of them people. He
He had
probably
books
tired
for
of
days
Westeros.
for
He tired of them damn dragons. He tired.
Hmm.
So I'm like, if we don't ever get it, we don't ever get it. But we'll see what happens.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Besides that, oh, and I started watching this Will Smith show, the
Oh, the
Pole to
solo
Pole.
travel thing or something like that. It was like
Yeah,
Antarctica or something.
yeah. He traveling across the world doing all kind of stuff. He's silly.
That's his thing. Yeah, I
It
feel like
is. I
that's
like
something
that
he
for
would
him.
do.
hmm
Hmm.
it fits him. Like just enough. He's like uh curious enough, but there's still that. I'm still a nigga. We draw the
Yeah.
line somewhere.
Yeah. Funny enough, they were discussing Will Smith on the timeline and Jada. Somebody was like, now that I read Will's book, I understand Jada more. I understand where Jada was coming from. I was
Mm.
like, yes, I guess having the two perspectives. Um I've always said like Jada's book wasn't as bad as everybody made it out to be. It's still bad shit crazy.
I
That shit.
think when she
But
opened up with her doing ayahuasca, I just was like, yeah, uh, I'm okay.
yeah. But they both were doing ayahuasca, doing some crazy random stuff. He was in the
Apparently,
backwoods of Ecuador somewhere.
apparently, Sterling K. Brown and his wife also.
Yeah, I can see that for them.
Yeah, he was
If you,
telling Kev on stage.
I didn't watch that interview actually.
It looked like they were at uh like a
Or was
stand up,
it?
like what's that, Two Bald Men on Tour or something like that.
Oh, Ball
They
Brothers.
were
Oh, I
on
didn't.
they were on
Uh,
stage. So it
oh,
wasn't like an
okay.
interview. If you go on his Instagram page, it was in the last week I saw it.
Oh, okay.
Um
Okay. I'll look at that. Yeah,
and
that
Kev
doesn't
standing there like,
surprise
you was
me.
doing drugs.
But if you think about, a lot of Hollywood just does ayahuasca. Like they go to the high desert and they be out there
Oh, see,
just
no.
one with
Sterling K.
nature.
Brown was in Costa Rica. He did it
Oh,
the
he went
right
to
way.
Costa Rica. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay, good, good, good.
Like, okay, so
Controlled
with
with
Will
the
Smith,
indigenous people
right, with Will Smith, I believe he went to like Ecuador,
to
Costa Rica, or something
Ecuador.
like that.
Hmm.
Whereas Jada found
She went
somebody
to.
down the road.
Mm.
Right. That's why I was like, I'm gonna just close this right here because be for serious.
Yeah, they be doing the ayahuasca was, and I'm like, not me,
And
not
when
I.
Sterling K.
There was.
Brown was describing it, when he talked about how like you lay on the mat, but they leave a bucket for you because you're gonna throw up, I'm not doing that.
Mhm.
What do you mean I'm gonna throw up?
It's just a very like what I want to know, like why do people go down that specific path of trying to feel the spiritual unknown of what, like having an out of body experience? Why does it have to be that?
I think because when you get to a certain point of financial stability, we'll say, I think when
Mhm.
life becomes easygoing, right? And
Mhm.
like all the things that you prayed for are now here, it's kind of just like, well, what else is there? What's
Like
next,
how can I
right?
shake
Like
it up?
if the pinnacle of things was getting to a point where you are financially stable, that takes
Mhm.
away like a third of your worries, right? Like whatever your problems are could possibly be solved by just having financial stability. And that doesn't mean being a millionaire, right? That doesn't
Mhm.
mean that you're going to have like millions of dollars in a big mansion or whatever financial stability looks like for you. But I think people reach the cap of like, well, what else is, what else, especially when we're talking about those people like Will Smith,
Mhm.
Jada, Sterling K. Brown. Like Sterling K. Brown obviously isn't as famous as a Will Smith, but they rubbing
He's up
elbows,
there.
right?
Mhm. He's up
Will
there.
Smith
He's
might
up
be in
there.
the front row at a award show. Sterling K. Brown is only a couple of rows in the back. You feel me? Um,
Mhm.
I think it's just you get to a certain level, and what's next?
You're trying to discover what are the things that have been like floating
Yeah,
around, trying to
like
bring
not
it out.
necessarily, and not even that. I think it's a like you want the answers, like what truly are the answers
Mm,
to whatever, because I feel like with that, the other thing is with money comes access. And I think when people say that, we think, oh, access just means like you can do whatever the case may be. No, access is you get to travel freely, right? Like you get
mhm.
to meet all these different people, and when you start to meet other people, you start to question, well, what does life mean?
Mhm.
Why are these things happening to me or not happening to me?
Yeah.
And then you need answers, right? That like it's a form of escapism just in reverse. I feel like for poor people are looking to drugs to escape from poor. um
True.
Rich people are, depending on the kind of rich people, they probably are trying to escape from the bad things that they are doing or experiencing or happening to them. But I think
Mhm.
some of them are just looking for God
You sound, yeah.
in some, way, shape, or form or whatever. I don't know that I'm
Yeah.
ever gonna look for God in a crack pipe or in a bucket after some ayahuasca, but teach their own.
That's Yeah, that's not me. That's
I
not my
mm-mm.
vibe.
You know.
But yeah, this is
But
it's normalized around here. So.
it's similar to, me being super spiritual. I may not look for ayahuasca, but I might
Mhm.
go down to the crossroads and sit there with a candle. You get what I'm saying? So it's like
Mhm.
it all looks different depending on
The person. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ayahuasca sounds nuts to me, but I have no problem getting tarot cards read.
Mhm.
I have no problem believing that someone is a form of psychic, right? Like that doesn't,
Yeah.
I don't bat an
That doesn't
eyelash at
bother
stuff
me
like that. Yeah, like
because it's your
that
belief.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. So the
Mhm.
people that do
No,
ayahuasca, even though I think
it's crazy. But I understand, like that's why, like with Jada's book, I understood why she was seeking these avenues
mm-hmm,
to understand herself. Like everybody was like, "Oh, I don't understand how she doesn't understand herself, how she's not as confident, how she's not secure." But if you look at her background, if you look at her journey, especially with Will and how they were together, it is easy to get lost into somebody that I don't even think they were necessarily meant to be with each other, especially how they started. So
yeah,
it's easy to
true,
get lost within somebody, lost in the industry, lost in things, and you're trying to figure out what are the ways to find yourself. And similar to how you said, you may go get tarot cards read by somebody, and you believe that. What's the difference with somebody that's trying to figure out their own path
exactly.
within other things? Like that even comes down to like even the whole deconstructing Christianity conversation that comes up
Mm-hmm,
often is like there are things I've deconstructed, right? Because there are things I just don't believe in. Even though
mm-hmm.
I grew up with them from wee little all the way up to now, that's what my parents taught me. This is There are certain things I just don't believe in anymore. So I'm
Right,
finding my own pathway, my own way. It may not
mm-hmm.
resonate with somebody else how you do it.
Right.
So
Them
yeah.
going to do a psychedelic is just the same as you getting communion every week. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
the we know what an analogy is, right? Like, what's the what's the difference? Like, and again, it's with I think with Jada, it wasn't so much the fact that she wanted to do a psychedelic. I just felt like the way that she was going about it was very
Mm-hmm.
like erratic and like,
Yeah.
you
Oh yeah.
know, it didn't feel well thought out to me.
Oh yeah.
It
No, no,
felt
the whole
like we
that's
put
why
you get what I'm saying? Like we pulling
she did like
straws.
2 or 3 times. I think she did 2 or 3 times because
Mhm.
the first time it didn't work. If I remember, I read this book 2 years ago, so I'm trying to remember all the details. But I think it was like 2 or 3 times she went back. I'm pretty sure,
Mhm. And it was just
and
like it felt like it felt like she was like grasping for straws, like she was just looking for a quick fix or something like that. And I just didn't agree with the way that she was
Mhm.
going about it because I feel like making the decision to do something like when you because I've looked into ayahuasca, not because I want to do it. I barely can handle
Just
smoking weed, bro. I'm not doing that shit ever. But just curious about it, right? Like to know
how it
that it comes
was.
from the land and that there's this whole spiritual ceremony and all of this about it. To know that like her intent and purpose wasn't necessarily aligned with that. I just was like, I'm not doing this for how long is that book? 300, 400 pages? I'm not doing this for 400 pages with you.
Was it 400 pages? I
It
listened to
was
it. I
thick.
didn't read it.
It's a
It
thick book.
was.
Yeah.
I sped that thing up. Gee,
I feel
but
like at a minimum it's like 380 pages.
I feel bad. Hold on, let's see. She got another book. Where is the page count? Here it
Somebody
is.
I just follow somebody on threads because they said that Willow Smith
Oh,
is
416 pages. Wow.
I won't wrong.
You're right.
Um, I just followed somebody on Threads because they said that Willow Smith makes the music that Lynn from Girlfriends thought she was making.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. That's a really great analogy.
Ain't it?
Wow. Yeah,
Very
definitely.
great
That
analogy.
the whole family is very love like in terms of like individuals talent,
Yes,
they got
very
talent.
talented. Absolutely.
Yeah, love it down. Love
Yeah.
Willow. That's a
Sarah,
great. Wow, great analogy. Mhm.
but that book that she wrote, that book won't good. She talented in a
Um,
lot of things. I don't think that that should be in, I don't.
I didn't get to read it. I actually forgot the book existed, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's in my room sitting up there staring at me.
Oh yeah, you did go out and buy the book.
I sure did because I said I was going to support um Uncle Willard's baby.
Mm.
A lot of people think that his name is William. It's not.
It's just, it's
Willard. But
assumed. It's
Uncle Willard's
assumed,
baby should stick to music.
Damn, the book not good for
Yeah.
real?
Mm-mm. And I
Wow.
was wondering why she had that white lady on tour with her because the white lady okay, that lady presents
It
as
was a
white.
co-authored.
Yeah.
She co-authored book. Yeah, yeah. I remember it was a
And I was
co-authored
like,
book, not necessarily her.
why why she on the tour with you? And because she said they gonna shame us equally. And
Oh, let me go look at the reviews. Honestly, I haven't seen much people talk about the book now. She think talk about
because I
it.
think a lot of people opened it, tried, and closed it.
3.74.
That's not terrible.
It's not terrible, but let me see. Let me go. That's actually really good for Goodreads because they really be tearing the girls up over there.
They
Let me see
do.
what Storygraph says.
What is it
Huh.
called? The Shield Maiden?
Black Shield Maiden, yeah.
Yeah. They can keep it.
Wow. I'm so
They can
sad to
keep it to
hear that.
themselves. Yes, they can.
Shield Maiden. 3.8 on Storygraph. Storygraph don't be ripping people apart.
Mm-mm. It
4.5.
won't
Oh,
good.
okay.
I might try it
5.
again.
3 stars. Three
Maybe
stars.
because I DNF'd it and I tried to read it for it was like a month. I was like, I'm gonna try. And every time I would just zone out.
Maybe I'll try. I laughed, I cried, I was enthralled. A wonderful tale of love, loss, survival, and growth. Heart. The only book of the era I have read, but I was hooked from the beginning and was so rereading. Huh? Really
Rewarding?
experience No. Was so rereading. Maybe she meant some rereading. With some rereading. Really experienced the novel as the fight for your life story it was. Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I need to give it another chance.
There's a lot of DNFs as well. Nick,
Yeah.
did you listen to it or did you physically read it?
I was trying to immersive read it.
Somebody said the narrator was boring.
That I do remember, but I was definitely trying to immersive read it.
Mm-hmm.
And no, thank you. It wasn't for me. I'm in the
Interesting.
mood for a good fantasy.
Yeah. Some to
Excuse me.
go. I might
But
pick
you
up
know what? A
Virtual
lot of
Dynasty.
that's a damn good time.
Yeah, I'll probably
That's
pick
not
that up.
just good. That's a damn good book. Like
Mm-hmm.
a very good book. Dang, I can't spell. I can't. Dynasty, DYN. Okay. Because that sure was like, why don't that word look right? That's a very, very good. Did I tell you who that author actually is?
Who? Who is
She
she?
works under a pseudonym. She did the JJ. Okay, hold on. Shelby Charades. Aphrodite and the Duke. Hold the line, y'all.
Aphrodite, dude.
Aphrodite and the
I'm on her
Duke is
website.
by. Okay, JJ McAvoy is the other name that she writes under. The pseudonym. Pseudonym?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
pseudonym.
Thank you. That's
Oh,
the other one. So Aphrodite and the Duke. That's a good little series. The DeBelles. Um,
wow.
that's also her because I was talking to Courtney about it and I said something along the lines of like this is a really strong debut and she was like it's not her debut because she
Wow.
writes under JJ McAvoy. Yep. And those
I
books are
haven't
very good.
read I haven't read this in well, I think I tried when did I know I had this book at some point. I
Yeah,
know
probably
for a
because of
fact. I
me.
know
I didn't read the third one, but I read the first two. They're very, very good. If you like Beverly Jenkins, you'll like
or
these
maybe
books.
I'm getting this mixed up. But I do remember the name. Very
Yeah, because I read
wow,
them
she's
and like
another. Okay.
loved them. Hmm.
Wait, who are these white women? Oh, it's just very fair skinned people. Gotcha.
Where?
On her covers.
Oh no, them is white people. Yeah,
It
probably
is?
white men too. Them is people of the mountains of Caucasus, friend.
There's a white girl. There's a black woman on this Verity and Forbidden Suitor and the Forbidden Suitor.
Oh yeah, those. But her other ones, her other
Oh,
books,
her
those are
other
white
ones.
people.
Oh,
Hmm.
who?
Now you know I don't
She
read no
wrote
white man
this?
about people from the mountain of
The
Caucasus. I
Prince,
don't do that.
the Prince's Bride. That's a really strong white man. He has a great chin line.
All right, it was nice talking to y'all. If you would like to keep in touch with us, you can follow us on Instagram at the League of Readers. If you would like to email us for book related questions, book recs, tell us what you read, anything, questions, you can
Mhm.
email us at the League of Readers pod at gmail.com. All the rest of our socials are in the link. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the YouTubes, follow us everywhere else that podcasts are available. And we will see you next week. Bye,
Bye,
friends.
guys.